Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. How you doing, Christmas Angel number one? She says, "Hey, PG and chat. Hey to you, girl. Cat number two. Hey, PG and family. Hey, what's up? How you doing tonight, girl?" And Lori's number three. Hey, PG. Much love back to you. Much love to everyone in here tonight. God bless. How you doing? Always L8. How are you doing tonight? She says, "Hello, family. Much love. Much love to you." How you doing, Judy? She says, "Hello, PG and family. Much love." Waving hand. Hello. Oh, I love the purple hearts. So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for supporting Summer. Cool Gamer says, "Hello, hello, hello. Hello to you, Cool Gamer." Deputy Sheriff. Hello, PG and chat. Hello, Deputy Sheriff. How you doing tonight? Robin, how are you doing tonight, sweetie? Hello, PG, mods, and chat. Hello to you. Hello to you, Robin. Not sunshine country chickens. Much love. Much love back to you, girl. Oh, thank you, always L8. Hit that like button on your way in. Amen. Absolutely. Hello, Sugar Cookie. How you doing tonight, sweetie? She says, "Hello, PG and family. Send love and hugs to all. God bless." Absolutely. Deputy Sheriff is our greeter tonight. I so appreciate that, Deputy Sheriff. God bless. Anyway, how's everybody doing? How many people are not ready for Christmas, right? How many of us are not ready? Oh, it is coming upon us so quickly. It's like, what, 2 weeks? I think it's like 2 weeks away. Yep, pretty much 2 weeks away. We'll be upon it, right? This time, we're only 1 week away. 1 week away from 18 months summer missing. Next Thursday will be 18 months missing. Sad, right? Um, oh, that is so sweet. Always L8. PG, I think you should post your Cash App so that we can bless you for Christmas. Oh, that is so beautiful. I don't have a Cash App. I don't have one. I don't have Cash App or Venmo or any of that stuff. All I have is the super chats and super stickers. That's all I have. Not ready. Only going to make a birthday cake for. Oh, that is so sweet, Sugar Cookie. She's just going to make a cake for Jesus. Amen. Amen. I heard that. Jesus is the reason for the season, right? Absolutely. If it wasn't for him, there'd be no Christmas. How many of you guys have that one person in your family that writes that great big Christmas list and posts it on Facebook? Put a one in the chat if you have that one person in your family that makes a giant Christmas list and posted it on Facebook for you. I, I so have a niece that does that. I'm not lying. I have a niece that does it. She absolutely cracks me up. it really it really makes you want to get her everything on the list, right? I think it's so cute. Oh, always LA. God bless. I so appreciate that. Well, let me start it off. Love you, PG. Oh, that is so sweet. Well, God bless. Absolutely, God bless. Amen. I so appreciate that. I so appreciate that. Absolutely. I need a computer so bad. So worried about how I'm going to get it, right? So worried. Always L8's helping take that stress away. That definitely is going towards the computer fund. I'm going to be so excited. So excited when I got enough to get one. Aw. Our kid's at the age where he says he doesn't want anything. Oh, oh my kids ain't at that age yet. What age is that? Hey, we're bees. What age is that? What age do they start saying that to me? Because I'll be pushing for that age. I'll be absolutely pushing for that age. How you doing, Jinkies? How you doing tonight, girl? Hey, PG. Much love. Much love to you. Much love to you. My kids definitely ain't at that age. But one thing I do got going for me, they really don't ask. They don't ask for like anything, specific. That I am glad. They're pretty much happy with, excited whatever they get. So I'm good. I got to be thankful for there, right? Because a lot of kids ask you for things you can't afford, and then you feel so bad because you can't get it. So, you know, it's awesome to have kids that, they don't make a Christmas list or anything like that. My youngest, my youngest, um, he'll hint around, like if it's, a game or something, he'll hint around, how awesome this certain thing is or something like that, just to throw out throw out the hint, right? and, so, and then I run and check the price of it, and if it's don't cost a lot, then I have no problem. I have no problem getting it. If it costs a little bit of money, then I, asked his brothers, "Oh, I hear about this game. Is it cool? Do you guys?" Because if they like it, then I can make it one gift for the game machine, right? to One gift for all three. That way, saves me a little bit of money. Whoa, sugar cookie. 12 grandbabies. You're blessed. Absolutely blessed. Wow. Oh, I know if I had 12 grandbabies, I know exactly what they'd be getting. They'd be getting their own tin cans full of grandma's cookies, right? That's what they'd be getting. I'd have to bake their gifts. I couldn't afford to buy them. Christmas is a beautiful time of year. No matter what, it's always beautiful. Oh yeah, Robin, absolutely. She's gonna make a tree. She's making a tree for all the missing children, and I think they're going to go to Warriors Park and put it there, and it's going to have like um ornaments of with all the missing children on it. That's going to be beautiful. That is absolutely going to be beautiful. There is so many missing kids. Like we have so many, tons of them. Monkey, Harmony. Um, I mean, a lot's been found, but you know, Xavier. There's so many just over the last couple years, right? Since since we've all got together for summer, it's been one child after another that's come up missing, right? One after the other. Unbelievable. Um, a lot of the children have, been found, like Xavier, Quentin, you know, they're pretty sure um, about Harmony, and at least they're prosecuting right now. Um, just too many, too many. Aw, always Alex says I only have one grandbaby, and I'm loving shopping for him. Absolutely, absolutely. When I take my kids out to the stores, I love to window shop. Don't buy a lot, but I love to window shop. And I love antique shops. I love the antique stores and stuff. Because they got a lot of knickknacks and things like that in there. So and you can pick up stuff. I mean, in those stores, everything's not real expensive. I mean, some things are, but a lot of times you can pick up, you know, um, things that for just a couple of dollars. Yeah, it sometimes you think it's so expensive, but you go in there and you'll find out, oh no, it's not really that bad at all. I mean, some stuff is 3, 4, $5. Nice things, nice things. Absolutely, Robin. Absolutely. Um, Jinkies, and they're welcoming everybody that wants to be at Warriors Park to be there. When they go, I'm not sure the date. Do you know the date, Robin, that they're going there? Or, I mean, are they going like? I'm sure before Christmas sometime. Yeah. Um, their stores do have one. thrift stores used to have a lot of nice stuff. I don't think they have. Um, I don't think they have a lot of. I think that thrift stores are now starting to on sell stuff on eBay and so forth and so on too. And um, and the stores like you where you walk into, they really don't have much of nothing anymore, right? I mean, you used to go in and it was like overran with things, kind of like kind of like the second hand furniture places and stuff, but or appliances and things like that. But now you go into the thrift stores and I don't know what happened, but it's like you're like, where did all of the? Because I'm definitely one to donate. I donate to places like that, and you know my kids is too small or they don't use it anymore. They've got outgrown it. Toys or clothes or you know or I'm spring cleaning and getting rid of a lot of things, and I personally go and drop it off um, to them, or let well first I call them up family to see if they want any of it because I got a lot of family, and then and neighbors and friends. So it doesn't matter which ones want it or take it, um, because you're down, getting rid of all the stuff you don't want to junk up your house. So you're wanting to get spring clean or whatever. So yeah, but and then, like I said, after everybody picks over and stuff, then I pack up all the boxes and I take them and drop them off, and but nothing's inside them stores anymore. It's like, where is all the good stuff that they're supposed to have? I don't know. Oh, okay. I thank you, always L8. Um, PG Jinkies is going Monday, December the 12th. God bless. God bless. Oh wow. Um, the marketplace, is that like on Facebook? I know they got stuff like on Facebook. Is that on Facebook? I agree, Kathy. I agree. We should all go up there, right? We should all went up there with shovels and Christmas trees and planted them all over the yard. And only thing Don and Candace would have done was hide in the house and look out until Candace could have, brayed Donald up enough to come out and see what the hell we're doing, right? And then the only thing he'd have to say is, "Oh, okay." I was driving by a local. I was driving by our local Skid Row shelter and saw a school bus dropping off about 15 kids. It's sickened to see them calling that home at Christmas. Oh, wow. Yeah, there is a lot of homeless children. I tell you what's even worse is out in California. California, the churches actually have tents up in the back of the church, right? They got a bunch of tents up, and children are living in there. There's all these homeless people, and a lot of them are families. A lot of them are two parent families living there. California is really, um, and I understand how these people end up in a place like that because California is like one of the highest priced places to oh wow, it's one of the highest price states to actually live in. And if you lose your job, you're, I mean, California, they're all, like people are always looking to take over your space, right? So landlords get you out real quick if something happens and you can become homeless in a hurry. Wow. Always L8 said, I filled up an entire playroom for my grandson from things on Marketplace and probably only spent $100. Wow. Wow. Oh, and Miss Chewy says, Peregrine, we are going to Warriors Path Park for the tree decorating on Monday the 12th at noon. God bless. Absolutely. My nephew has been part of a group that feeds homeless every Wednesday. They have also put many people in drug rehabs and got several people apartments. I bet you are. I bet you are. That is beautiful. That is really, that's wonderful. Absolutely. I'm going to tell you, can become homeless really, really quick. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm from San Diego, and a two-bedroom apartment near the beach is 2,500 per month. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. They ask way too much money um, for slumlords. There's slumlords. I mean, houses that most people wouldn't even live in, and they have the audacity to ask you to pay, you know, 1,500, 1,800, 2 grand for a dump, right? Oh yeah, yeah. Um, I used to, do that charity work as well. Um, at the hospitals for I take gifts and stuff to the children. Sometimes I just go and because there's always parents hanging around the hospitals, right? And sometimes, that's what you put your 10%, you're supposed to give God 10%, right? Of everything. That's his money. 10%'s his. Everything we get, 10% belongs to God. And, you know, it's nice to put that into, you know, rolls of quarters or, so they can feed the parking meters, um, or put it into, you know, dollar bills so they can, use the vending machines or get something to eat. Um, you know, and I mean, you may not be able to, it ain't like you're able to hand out 20 or 30, you know, um, cards, right? Um, Envelopes, but, you know, you could hand out a few. And the few that you do hand out, really, I'm sure God's going to put his money into the right hands, right? He's going to put them in the hands that really needed them. If it's God's money and you're led to go there to do it, then there's somebody there needing it. And I'm sure that's the hand you're going to be putting it into, right? And I truly believe that. I truly, honestly believe that. And another kind thing that you could do is, carry carry like coloring books and crowns in your pocketbook, right? Carry some or some um you know like anything, the old maid cars, the you know just any type of you know little things for kids, because a lot of parents at the grocery store, the kids crying or screaming, and if you walk over and you say, "Hey, is it okay to give them this?" and it'll calm the kid right down. The kid is so happy to get something. Then they want to get in a cart, they want to sit down, they want to color, they want to see what they got, and it helps the parent out. It helps the child out. It helps everybody out, right? So there's always good deeds you can do. It don't cost a lot. They don't, it ain't something that costs us a lot. And it it's a good thing that you can do for people. I mean, you can't, like, I had an aunt that always carried candy, right? She always carried candy around. You can't do that no more. You know, I wouldn't give nobody's kid anything to eat or anything, but you can carry around, because you can at the dollar store you can get a pack for like $1, and it's got like 4 or 5 packs of the cards, right? The matching cards, old me. It's got a bunch of cards in it. Throw those down in your pocketbook. You see a kid crying at the store, just hand them it. Kids always love to get something, right? They always love to get something. Um, sometimes I'll buy, you know, Kroger gift cards or something. And, I know if I see a kid, is wanting something and the parent keeps saying, no, we can't afford that. No, we can't, ice cream or cookies or something like that. Hand the mom a gift card and say, if the reason is really because you can't afford it, you can now. If that ain't the reason, then, you know, at least buy them a little something, to make them happy. You move on, right? I mean, I know the feeling of telling your kids, you got to put that back. We can't afford it. I know that feeling, especially at the grocery store with a big old, you know, um, box of ice creams or a big pack of cookies. Um, you know, I usually try to substitute if I don't got a lot of money. Instead of, getting the name brand, I say, hey, why don't we get this kind? It's the cheaper brand, but it's still sugar, right? I try to convince my kids that the cheaper brands taste better. They won't believe me. Oh yeah. Um, it pretty much is always LA when it comes to foster homes. Yes, they get the kids in foster care. They get they get a lot of stuff. They get a lot of stuff. Um, and it depends on the foster parents too, right? It depends on it depends on the foster parents. There's a lot of foster parents that when the kids go back home or go to family, they're taken out of foster care and placed with family or placed back in the care of their parents or whatever. The foster place you know will allow the child to take everything that belongs to it. They'll help them pack up their boxes and and take their clothes and their toys and all the things that they accumulated while they were there. A lot of them won't. A lot of the foster parents, I have seen cases where the foster parents would get gift cards and so forth and so on to buy clothes for the foster kids, shoes and clothes. They get vouchers. That's what they're called, is vouchers. And they didn't spend it. They did not spend it on on the child. Actually, they would buy more stuff for they would actually get stuff for their grandkids and or their children or something, and not put it on the child, except very minimum on the child. Like, the child practically got nothing. Most of the money went elsewhere. And I think a lot of times that's why the foster parents kept the kids' clothes and stuff, because then when they get the vouchers, they could say, if they have clothes, that child size, they say, well, they bought that for for this child with those, and then they use the vouchers for what they want. Um, you know, not all foster parents are beautiful. A lot are. There's a lot of good ones, but there's a lot of bad ones. There's a lot of bad ones. I was looking to be fostered, but they threw me away. I mean, I knew there is no country for home in, but no foster home. Oh, shoot. Deputy Sheriff, you're silly. Yeah, he's silly, right, Sugar Cookie? It makes me laugh. Oh, wow, always, LA. That is so sweet. My son in law was at a Walmart last Sunday, and he said the lady in front of him had a bunch of toys in her cart and was digging in her purse to find enough to cover the cost. He paid for all of it. That was so sweet. That is really, really kind. I bought a homeless woman and boy Happy Meals last night. And tonight I seen them in the store with two grocery carts full of toys. Wow. I wonder how that maybe they got a voucher. Maybe they got a Christmas voucher that they could spend for the little boy. Oh, Susie, I appreciate that. $5 super sticker. Amen. Absolutely. God bless. Yeah, I cried when he told me that. I love him so much. Well, you got a beautiful family always, Ellie. Absolutely. Uh, Kathy says, I got a book. I got a Home for Christmas. My wonderful son bought me that book. I couldn't believe it. So sweet and kind he is. Oh, yeah. I like reading too. I love reading. I like my books. I like my books. Books can take you, they kind of take you away, right? They take you out of this world for a while. I think that's why I love them so much. It's because you get to go into someone else's world for a while, right? Now to yours. They're beautiful. I guess it could depend on the state also, but I know in Alabama, the caseworkers buy all the Christmas presents for the children in foster homes here in Alabama. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how each state runs Christmas. I'm not sure how each state runs Christmas. I know that when children are placed in foster care, um, the foster care parents they get paid. They get paid um, to foster the children, and I know that they get clothes vouchers, shoe vouchers, things like that for the children, um, and so forth and so on. Periodically, they get things like that. Um, Christmas and holidays. I guess it does depend on it. It depends on um, the age of the children too, right? It depends on the age of the kids. If it's if they're children or if they're preteens, teenagers, right? It depends. What what they get or how it's bought. Also, oh, that is so sweet, Kathy. It was a book I got when I was little from church. Oh, that is so sweet. That is really sweet. That is sweet. He remembered the name of the book that church brought me when I was a poor little girl. That is so sweet. Yeah, it definitely is time to find summer. The 15th of this month, 18 months she's been gone. I so agree. I so agree with you. Yeah, I believe summer's in the arms of the angels. I really do. I think she's running around up there in heaven along with Athena and Xavier, right? Harmony, lots and lots of children, lots, little Quentin. Yeah, we love Summer. We absolutely, positively love her. Hey, Tammy, how are you tonight, sweetie? Good evening. Wow, Yorkshire Rose is 3:32 a.m. So barely morning. Yeah, it is. It is always late. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so irritating that someone knows and is keeping their lips sealed. I got a feeling, I got a feeling that's a few people up there on Ben Hill, especially like Grandis. I'm sure Grandis does know, and Candace. Oh no, where's Summer? Um, no, I took a family member's child, and it was a family placement, and they never offered me a red penny, not one red penny, and I had her for over a year. Yeah, if you're family, you get nothing. Yeah, you get nothing. If you're family, if you're if it's foster care, um, sometimes um, if the kids don't have anything coming with them, uh, sometimes they will give you vouchers and stuff to help get the children some things. And And if it's family placement, you're supposed to go to you're supposed to go to you're supposed to go to the state agency where they hook you up on, they'll give you stamps and I think cash money if you have a placement child in your home um that isn't yours. I think they do help you out. And they also furnish the child a medical card as well. Tammy got beat up by a snowman. PG, I'm okay. Took a fall earlier today. Our 7-foot inflatable snowman beat me up. Yeah, guys. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. You could get hurt. You could get hurt decorating for Christmas, right? You got to be extra careful. Well, I've been hearing that, Bobby. I've been hearing that Candace was cleared of being a porch pirate, but I don't know that. I don't know that because, from my understanding, no one's been cleared yet. But we'll see. I don't know. Uh, I can't talk about the porch pirate. Every time I think about it, I start cracking up. There ain't nothing more funnier than that. Yeah, you know, it's hard to think that these children are no longer with us, right? A hard thing to do was The hard thing to do was face, you know, when they found Quentin, they actually found him. You know, I know I definitely had to take a minute, right? I mean, at that point, it's real. It's real. He's no longer with us, right? You hold out that hope. You hold out that hope, so much hope that someone couldn't do such an evil act to a child. But they do. They do it. They do it all the time. You make me LOL. Yeah, she does. I agree always, LA. She does. She definitely has a twin running around. Good night, Blue Eyes. Anyway, I came in tonight because I couldn't believe, I could not believe that the the actual FedEx guy, the actual FedEx guy he's trying to say, this is what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that he backed up and hit Athena, and she was going to tell her dad, and that's why he did what he did. Right? He said she wasn't hurt, but that's why he did what he did. So I was going to let you guys hear it for yourself, what this guy actually was saying.
Athena Strand. Tanner Horner strangled 7-year-old after hitting her with his van, arrest affidavit says. An arrest warrant for FedEx contract driver Tanner Horner reveals that.
I'll start it over for those that, kind of popped up as a surprise there, right? So I'm going to start it over so everybody can have time to focus and pay attention to what's being said here.
Athena Strand. Tanner Horner strangled 7-year-old after hitting her with his van, arrest affidavit says. An arrest warrant for FedEx contract driver Tanner Horner reveals that video from inside his delivery van confirmed that he kidnapped 7-year-old Athena Strand, who he is accused of murdering on November 30th. The warrant, obtained Thursday by the Star-Telegram, says Horner confessed to investigators that he strangled the child to death. The Wise County Sheriff's Office deputy who wrote the affidavit supporting the arrest warrant said Horner told investigators he panicked after accidentally backing into Athena with the delivery van. She was not seriously injured, Horner said, but he grabbed her and put her in the van because he was afraid she would tell her father what happened, according to the warrant. Horner told the investigators that he first tried unsuccessfully to break the child's neck and then strangled her and left her body in the water on the edge of the Trinity River near Boyd. Her body was recovered December 2nd at the location Horner gave to authorities during their interview, the warrant says. Horner, 31, of Fort Worth, was arrested December 2nd and is being held on $1.5 million bond in the Wise County Jail. He faces charges of capital murder of a person under 10 years old and aggravated kidnapping. Wise County Sheriff Lane Aiken told the Star-Telegram on Saturday that he and prosecutors have already discussed plans to pursue the death penalty if Horner is convicted. It's unclear whether Horner has an attorney. Athena's stepmother, Elizabeth Ashley Strand, called 911 to report her missing from their home in the 200 block of County Road 3573 in Paradise about 6:40 p.m. on November 30th, according to the warrant. The stepmother and the first grader had an argument after she got home from school that afternoon, and at first investigators thought the girl might have run away, according to Aiken. The stepmother told deputies she had last seen Athena about 5:45 p.m. inside a converted storage shed that the 7-year-old and her stepsister were using as a bedroom while their father, Jacob Strand, renovated their house.
So, it's true. It's true that her and her sister was living in a storage shed. They were actually sleeping and staying in a storage shed out there, away from the parents were staying in one area, and they were staying outside in another area, which is dangerous as well, right?
Elizabeth Strand told the girl to sort through her dirty clothes for laundry and then went back into the main house to make dinner, she said. The stepmother went back to the storage building to look for Athena about 20 or 30 minutes later and she was gone. She did not see anything out of place in the room and began looking for the child around their 6-acre property, she told the deputies. About 6:22 p.m., Elizabeth Strand called her sister and brother-in-law, who live on the adjacent property, but they had not seen Athena. She next called Athena's father, who was driving toward San Antonio with his father for a hunting trip, according to the warrant. Jacob Strand was somewhere south of Fort Worth when he got the call, Aiken has said. Jacob Strand told his wife to call 911 and turned around to drive home, where he arrived after the deputies. Hundreds of officers and volunteers conducted an extensive search of the area that night and the following day but did not find Athena. Investigators have said that dogs could only track her scent as far as the road and that Horner is believed to have kidnapped her at the end of the driveway, about 200 yards from the house. Horner was there to deliver a package of Barbie dolls, intended as a Christmas present for Athena, her mother, Maitland Gandy, said at a news conference outside the Wise County Courthouse on Thursday. Gandy, who lives in Oklahoma, has hired Fort Worth law firm Varghese Somerset to investigate whether FedEx or anyone else should be held responsible for Athena's death. FedEx has expressed its condolences to the family, attorney Benson Varghese said Thursday. FedEx ground drivers are subject to criminal history background checks during the application process, the company said. Court records do not indicate that Horner has a prior record. FedEx ground contracts with independent businesses that provide package pickup and delivery services using their own employees, vehicles, and equipment, FedEx Ground said in a prepared statement. The employees of these service provider companies are subject to criminal history background checks as part of the driver eligibility process. Through the course of the investigation, authorities learned FedEx had delivered a package around the time Athena disappeared. Horner worked for Big Topspin, a contractor for FedEx Ground, according to the warrant. Investigators worked with Big Topspin to determine which van and driver delivered the package, the warrant says. They then learned there was a video camera inside the van. The video equipment was run by third-party Velociter, which provided the footage to investigators. The video consists of 1-minute clips, which were viewed by the FBI and showed Horner talking to Athena after he took her, the warrant says. Horner was interviewed by a sheriff's office investigator and a Texas Ranger, and he told them Athena was dead, according to the affidavit. Horner said Athena was alive when he took her and that she told him her name. The driver told investigators that he decided to kill the child because she was going to tell her father about being hit by the van, the warrant states. He said he strangled her with his bare hands in the back of the van. Autopsy results from the Dallas County Medical Examiner's office are pending. In an interview the day after Athena's body was found, the sheriff called the kidnapping and homicide a crime of opportunity. He said investigators believe Horner killed Athena within about an hour of her abduction.
Yeah, isn't that horrible? That's horrible. And yes, she was, her and her sister was living in a shed. I guess that is true, right? Her and her sister. The dad is supposedly remodeling the house. And him and his wife were inside some type of other, my children would have been in there with us, right? They wouldn't have been outside in some shed alone. That's crazy. That's insane. I guess they do, right? A storage shed. I don't know. That's I don't know. Yeah, it's the worst hours of her life. The worst hours of her mother's life, right? That was her daughter. The mom really, really loved that little girl. I mean, you could just tell by all the pictures and, the mom really, really loved that little girl. I believe the dad loved that child as well. The stepmom seemed to be the problem. I don't know, but the stepmother, who argues with a 7-year-old child, right? I don't know. I agree. I agree, we're Summer. Absolutely. She should have kept her daughter with her. You know, the Athena had a beautiful aunt that really seemed to love her. She was down there. She was down there with the mom, and I, believe that the aunt would have kept her. Right? I think that I think the mother just wanted, the dad to spend some time with his child, and um, I don't think that she ever, no one, I don't think anyone could ever believe that, no one sees this kind of stuff coming. That's for sure. Yeah, it is strange, right? It is strange. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree. These girls should have been inside the home with their family. Um, they were way too young to be putting on their own like that, right? They was just way too young, right? You can make it fun, not isolate them. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. My heart's broken for the grandfather, the family, the mom, and you know, absolutely. This was a senseless act upon a real weirdo, right? An evil bastard. And no, we don't ever know who's coming to your door, right? You have no idea. You have no idea what's lurking around. No one does. That's why, in this world, you got to constantly, not only be ready for the Lord to come, but you got to be ready for evilness to pop around too, right? I mean, this world's got everybody on edge. Exactly. Exactly. Always LA. That's what I'm talking about. Deputy Sheriff always LA. What if Mr. Ed was with you? I doubt if she did. I doubt if the biological mother knew that her daughter was in a shed. I don't think she knew that. Amen, Yorkshire Rose. I heard that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not blaming none of the parents or the stepmom for what happened. Not at all. I'm just trying to figure out something here. Yeah. Deputy, even with the one and only Mr. Ed. Yeah, it would be a fun place, yeah, it would be a fun place to play for children, if the parents are outside, you know, watching. But I mean, I wouldn't want my kids going out messing around. If I had sheds on my property, I wouldn't want my children going out there messing around because That's where, that's where homeless and stray people get into, right? I mean, adults get surprised by opening it up and boom, there they are, right? You always got people that get in your sheds, they get in your barns. Um, you don't even know how the hell they got in there a lot of times, because you lock the door and everything. You don't even know how they got in there and they're in there. So, yeah, you don't want your children messing around. No one could talk to a horse, of course. Absolutely. I heard that. Where's Summer? Right. No. No. They cannot be, turning a shed into a bedroom. That's crazy. Yeah, I do too, sugar. Cookie. I think that autopsy's gonna that's what we're waiting on. That's what we want to know exactly what this. I heard that he did some horrific, awful, evil stuff to Athena. You know, I think he's trying to backpedal, right? He's trying to backpedal. Use excuses, like he got a no, no. If you bumped her with that truck a little bit, it didn't hurt her. You would have went up there to the door, knocked on it, and told the parents, "Hey, she ran out behind my truck. I bumped her a little bit. You know, can you take a look her over? Here's the insurance information if in case you need it. This is what you would have done. You wouldn't have done what that bastard did. Absolutely not." Yes, he did. Yes, he did, Yorkshire Rose. He told a friend of his that that he did what he did because he wanted to see what it felt like to, as a child, is what he said. And I truly believe from what I hear, he did do that. He didn't take her because he bumped her with this truck. He's a liar. He's a liar. Yeah, it don't even make sense. That's true. That is true. It doesn't make sense at all. Um, I got some pictures I'll pop up and show. Let me this is him and his FedEx truck, which I'm sure we've all seen. I think I showed all of this over the course of Athena's case. And this is what he delivered. This is what he delivered to her house. It was her Christmas gift. These doll babies were orders from Walmart.com. They were to be part of her Christmas gifts for Christmas this year. This is the box, and this is what was in the box for her that he had delivered at the house. Yeah, they did. A young woman accused him of that. She was 16 years old. 16 years old. She tried to get people to listen and they wouldn't. That's what happens most of the time, right? If the law would listen to, it should be 18 or under, right? 18 or under, you touch any child 18 and under, not 10 and under or 14 and under. It should be 18 and under because the law is that you're not to touch anyone under the age of 18, right? You're not to do it. And the law should hold the same across the board for every child 18 and under. It should hold across the board. But they don't do that. Yeah, that was the present. That was the box that he was delivering. Actually, he did deliver it. It was the Barbie Sport package. It was the Barbie Sport package from Walmart. She would have loved this, right? Here's the property. This is the Athena's dad's property here. And we're going to go down and take a look. Here it is. In the back there, the big house you see in the front, that's the house he was remodeling. If you take a look behind the house, there's a little shed right there. Athena and her sister was in that shed. That's the shed that they had to sleep in, that they were actually living in. The place across from it that looks like a trailer, it looks like a small trailer, that with the sliding doors, that's where the mom and dad was sleeping. That's where the mom went in to cook the food. Athena was in the shed at 5:45, according to the stepmom. She was in the shed, supposedly getting some clothes together. Yeah. So I don't know why they would do that. I don't know. It sounds like this stepmom really didn't want to put up with any kids, right? I mean, I'm not jumping on the stepmother. By all means, I am not attacking the stepmom. I'm just saying, she argued with the little girl. She seemed to have them sleeping out in the shed, instead of inside where her and her husband was. There's no problem, if it's just for a little while until the house is renovated. They could that as you can see, the place that the dad and mom was staying in with the sliding glass doors back there definitely was big enough to hang a sheet down the middle and let the children stay on one side and them stay on the other, right? There was room in there for everybody. There's room in there for everybody, right? Until the house got remodeled. No reason to stick them babies in a shed. Absolutely not. They were too damn young. Too damn young. And at nighttime, when the parents are sleeping, anyone could have came up there and attacked those little girls, right? Or those little girls could have went out of there at night and got attacked by wild animals or anything else. I mean, you just don't leave children outside like that alone. That's fucking weird if you ask me. That's just freaking weird. That's weird. I don't know what else to say for it. Yeah, there's definitely room for them to sleep all under the same roof. You know, personally, I would have told, my husband, if there isn't room to keep everybody under one roof, then you're just going to have to rent a hotel, right? You're going to have to rent a hotel until you renovate your home. So you better fit some money in there for that, right? You better fit some money in there for that. Because none of the kids are sleeping out in no damn shed. How about this? How about the husband sleep out in that shed and the kids sleep in the house with mom, right? How about he sleeps out there in the shed? What the hell was the children doing out there? I don't know. Yeah, that was weird. Absolutely. And they also had a press conference. I'm going to play out the press conference for everyone.
Athena Strand's name is never forgotten. Maitland Gandy is Athena Strand's mother. She has some prepared remarks that she's going to give this morning, and I don't want to delay that. I'm going to go ahead and invite Maitland to come up and share her remarks with you.
Good morning, and thank you all for being here. My name is Maitland, and I'm the mommy of Athena Presley Monroe Strand. On November 30th, a FedEx delivery man drove onto Athena's father's property to deliver a package of what was supposed to be a Christmas present for our daughter. This is the package, and it's the first time I'm seeing it. The package is containing "You Can Be Anything" Barbies. Athena was robbed of the opportunity to grow up to be anything she wanted to be. And this present, ordered out of innocence and love, is one she will never receive. Athena's favorite holiday was Christmas, as it is for many children everywhere. The joy Athena gave her family and the joy she felt on Christmas is something we will never feel with her again. That delivery driver admitting to kidnapping and killing my innocent, free-spirited 7-year-old daughter on Friday, December 2nd. At the time of Athena's abduction, she was staying with her stepmother and father in Paradise, Texas, doing what kids do. Playing within the bounds of her father's property on the same land he grew up and played on. The same land that for 20 or more years, he, his siblings, and all of his friends had been safe. I was supposed to bring Athena back home to Oklahoma after Christmas break. Now instead, Athena will be cremated, and she will come home in an urn because I'm not anywhere close to being ready to let my baby go. I'm sorry. I will never see her bright blue eyes or her ornery smile again. I will never be able to hear her say, "I love you, Mommy." I will never be able to do her hair again or to hold her while she sleeps. I was robbed of watching her grow up by a man that everyone was supposed to be able to trust, to do just one simple task: deliver a Christmas present and leave. Tomorrow will be the last time I get to see my baby. After tomorrow, when the silence sets in, Athena's family, including her 3 young sisters, will start the journey of all of the first without her. Her little sister's 3rd birthday, then my 27th birthday, our Christmas Eve tradition, The first time in 7 years of not hearing and seeing the excitement of Athena opening gifts from Santa and Sissy. I ask everyone to hold your littles just a little tighter for me. I want to take a moment to thank the community for the outpouring of love and support. From the moment Athena went missing, this community flew into action, and they have not stopped. I have felt your prayers, I have read your messages and your letters, and I see your pink everywhere. There are no words to express how thankful I am for the first responders, law enforcement and responding agencies, volunteers, churches, businesses, and all those I may have failed to list. I'm also grateful to the media for helping to keep Athena's story alive. I want everyone to know Athena. She was an amazing little girl who loved dancing, singing, and all animals. Dogs, cats, horses, lizards, and chinchillas. She also loved school and all of her friends in the first grade, who are now also struggling with her senseless murder. Athena also loved flowers, but she was also not afraid to get down in the mud with the boys. She was her father's daughter. I noted that Athena's death will not be in vain. I will spend the rest of my life fighting for her so that no other family will endure such unbearable pain and grief. That a monster attempted to take Athena's voice, but we are her voice. Screening and hiring policies must be put into place so that monsters wearing delivery uniforms don't show up on our children's doorsteps. Please help keep Athena's light shining. Thank you.
Thank you once again for being here. I know you have a lot of questions. My goal today is to first thank the community for all the efforts that were made to look for Athena, to law enforcement, to the district attorney's office who have already been in communication with us and have offered their support and cooperation as we move forward. Thank you for being here to keep Athena's name alive and to help remember her for who she is. I'm going to set out some parameters for the questions that I'll be accepting, understanding that we are still in the investigation phase. I'm not going to comment on alleged facts or possible underlying facts, but I'm happy to answer general questions about where we are, what we're doing, what we hope to do moving forward. So with that, I'll open it up to questions.
How do you plan on holding FedEx accountable for what happened to Athena?
We're investigating not just what FedEx's responsibility might have been, but anyone else who was involved in the decisions that were made that led to this tragic loss. By doing a thorough investigation, cooperating with law enforcement, we will uncover every person who was responsible through their actions or inactions for the tragedy that happened.
So you
Vincent, can you outline what your investigation consists of?
I'm going to go here and then come here. I'm not going to, at this point, include or exclude anyone from being the possible target of a lawsuit. The ultimate goal here is to ensure that no parent or grandparent or family member feels the loss that Maitland's going through right now. That's our ultimate goal. So wherever that investigation takes us and whoever we find responsible are people that are going to have to face a reckoning. Yes, sir.
What are the steps of your investigation? What are you doing?
Well, we've been working around the clock since Maitland hired us on essentially Sunday night, Monday morning. I have an investigator here. He's here present with us today. He's from Wise County, and we're essentially leaving no stone unturned in looking at all the decisions that had to have happened before this tragedy occurred. I'm asking the community to contact us if they have pieces of information that might be helpful. So for example, if there's someone that worked at FedEx or with this contracting company, we would love to hear from you. If you're someone who knows the defendant, we would love to hear from you. On our website, which is versusinjury.com, we have a page which is /answers for Athena. And you can also reach us at Answers for Athena at versusinjury.com with any leads that you might have. The main number to our law firm is 817-203-2220. And we are encouraging anyone who might have information, even if it's something that you might think is minor. You received a package that day from FedEx and you're a neighbor and you believed it was the same person who dropped off a package. We want to hear from you. There's no lead that's too small for us to look into.
Benson, have you heard from FedEx? Has the family heard from FedEx, and what has been said to them so far?
FedEx did reach out, of course, to offer their condolences. It was a pretty preliminary conversation. Any further conversation, of course, will be through our office.
I know you mentioned working with something in Blythe County. How closely are you working with the Sheriff's Office and the Department of Public Safety, the FBI, trying to get the answers you're looking for?
We've already talked to a number of different individuals. Everyone has been, first of all, thrilled that my law firm is here because they know what we bring to the table and what we will bring to bear for the parties who are involved with this. All of them have offered their support, including the district attorney's office, including the sheriff's office. I've talked to a federal agent who is part of the investigation. So we will be working with and have experience working with everyone who was involved with this investigation. And we are absolutely thankful for the work that they've done so far.
Vincent, yesterday the sheriff told me that he plans to seek the death penalty. Can you give me your personal reaction to that?
I'm not at all surprised. That's what this community demands. You know, when you have the loss of a young child, of innocence, this community is not going to accept anything less than that. So I wholeheartedly agree with the decision that's being made, and I'm sure the district attorney was involved with that. It's a huge commitment to say that you're seeking the death penalty. It's not a small undertaking. So they are doing what this community wants, and it is undoubtedly appreciated by everyone in this community, and certainly Maitland and the family.
Benson,
In many
can you elaborate
cases,
more on
law enforcement consults with the victim's family about seeking a death penalty. Did that happen in this case?
So the district attorney's office has been communicating through us and has reached out. They are also being very mindful that Maitland is in the middle of a mourning period. So they are doing everything that they can to both be respectful, but also to respect both the wishes of the family as well as the community. I think there was a question.
Benson, can you comment more about this package? So this is the exact package that was dropped off. This is not considered a piece of evidence that the Wise County Sheriff's Department needs to have or anything like that?
This is the exact package that was dropped off, and these Barbies were intended for Athena. This was going to be part of her Christmas present. That's the very box that was dropped off at the doorstep. And as you ask yourself, is that a piece of evidence? I can certainly tell you this is not a fingerprint case. Okay, this is not a case where law enforcement needs that box to prove their case or pull anything from it.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Not sure where that music came from, but it was there. I agree. The only one to blame here is the man who actually done. Well, you know, sometimes you got to blame the person that left the door open too, right? You got to blame the person that left the door open for this kind of thing to be done as well. I mean, like Billy Joe, she left Quentin in the custody of someone she should not have left him in the custody of. Billy Joe knew very well that Leilani was not fit to watch a dog, let alone any children, right? But still she left the children with Leilani, which opened the door up. She opened the door to what happened to Quentin. Is she at fault? Yes, I do believe so. I do believe she is. You know? An ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure, right? Prevention is the big key. You know, when you mop the floors, you make sure the kids stay off of them so that nobody gets hurt. You right? I mean, you have to be mindful especially in this life. You got to be very mindful. What I'm saying is, you got to outthink. You got to outthink the evilness in this world, right? You got to understand that people, you got to face the truth. There is evil humans in this world. They lurking all over the place. You do not know where they're at. You do not know where they could be. You do not know if they're already with an eye on you or not, right? We don't know. We don't know. And therefore, we got to constantly, we can't watch all the evil people, but we can watch ourselves and the people around us, right? We can do that. We can keep us and the people around us safe by just keeping an eye on them, especially children. Any child needs to be watched, right? A lot of people, think that, in this world today, it is not safe to go anywhere outside of a group. And even a lot of people in groups, like the Idaho 4, they were in a group, right? They're no longer with us. The whole group got took out. I mean, I think that God's trying to show us that, Revelations is here. Revelations is here. The end of time is here. When you think it can't get any more evil than it is, you find out it can, right? And it is. They're taking out whole groups now. It's just so unsafe. People say, well, you can't, house your children or, keep them, you can't constantly watch them every second. Well, I'm going to give it a hell of a damn good try. I'm going to give it one hell of a damn good try. Because I think it's important to know where your children are every second in this world today. Every second. I think it's super important to know where your children are. Exactly. And that's the way you got to be. In this world today, it's how you got to be. I'm telling you, everything is gearing towards hell and evilness. It is. And that is the direction this world's going in. And I'm not all right with it. I'm not okay with it at all. But there's nothing we can do other than get our house in order, as we've been instructed to do in the Bible. And, even the Lord said, watch and pray, right? Watch and pray. Stay mindful. Make sure you have enough fuel that your light don't go out. Right? Make sure you have enough fuel. That means, to make sure that you're doing all the things that you need to be doing, which is God's will, not humans' will. And I know we mess up daily, but we got to get on that right path. Somehow, some way, we've got to get on it and try not to get off. Oh yeah, I did. I seen that. I seen that video. Where's Summer? Yes, I did. I seen it. And they did. They tried to literally take the baby. Yes. They didn't get it, but they tried to get it. Um, you know, yeah, we believe that things need to change and people need to be held accountable for their actions. The only one that seems to be holding people accountable for their actions in today's world is God Almighty, right? It's just God. I mean, our laws don't hold people. You know who our law holds accountable? We the people. We the people, the God-fearing, upstanding, law-abiding citizens. They want to hold us accountable, right? They want to act like when we call the police, there's something obviously wrong with us, right? That it's a figment of our imagination that, someone was outside the door or, something happened happened, right? The police would rather believe a lie and be damned than to do their job. Now, when you got the police coming to your home and they're not believing you, right, or acting like they don't, I think they do, but they act like they don't so they don't have to do their job. Actually, they're trying to deter you from calling the police, right? They want to give you that a bunch of trouble. They come in and want to walk around your house, right? The motherfucker wasn't in your house. He was outside. Why ain't you out there walking around trying to find him? Why the hell are you inside walking around, right? They get more nosier upon you and your business than out there actually looking for the reason you called them in the first place, right? That's how they do their job. And when we have law enforcement like that, we have a problem. We have a problem because that means that they're for the criminals and against the law-abiding citizens needing protection, right? You call them for their help and you got none. You got none. Law enforcement wants the utmost respect for them, right? They seek the utmost respect. They expect the utmost respect. Then they should be damn well given it as well, right? Return what you want. And then when people don't like them, they act like they don't understand. Well, you got to give what you seek. Right? If you're seeking goodness, then you need to give goodness. If you're seeking, kindness, caring, and love, you got to give that, right? Who the hell do you think you are to want everybody to care about you and you don't care about nobody else? Who's going to care about a selfish human being like that? You really expect people to care? Of course they're not going to care. You got to be what you want. And law enforcement no longer, like I said, they no longer give the law-abiding, upstanding citizens the respect that we deserve. Right? They try to treat, actually, a lot of cases, you think the house they're going to, the person they're supposed to be helping is the criminal. That's the truth. You think the person called them is the criminal. I don't know what the hell's wrong with people's brains anymore. Right? It's like they got some kind of issues, and I ain't got time to figure it all out for them. It could be spoiled child syndrome. It's very possible. You got that right. You got that right. You know, some I'm not saying you gotta, you got one bad apple spoiled the whole bunch, right? One bad one can spoil the whole bunch. I mean, I personally, I personally know a lot of good cops. I know a lot of good police officers. Absolutely good police officers. Kind, caring. They're really good police officers. At least I think they are. But I also know some assholes as well, right? I also know quite a few assholes that I don't give a damn for. There you go. I mean, it is what it is. Exactly. When a child cannot go outside in their own yard to play, we all know we're in trouble. Absolutely. That is the truth. Absolutely. How you doing, German Shepherd Mom? There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to protect your children. It's, you got to protect yourself. You got to protect yourself. You got to protect your family. And at all cost, you got to be willing to do. You got to be willing in today's world. You got to be willing to be as evil as the evil people, right? You got to say, hey, you come looking for me, and I'll make you wish you didn't. And know that you will make them wish they didn't. Right? You can't think twice. Evil people, you got to, like you said, they got to do what you got to do to protect your family. It's just gotten like that again, right? I mean, we're going back to the Wild Wild West days. And even in the Wild Wild West days, children were safe, right? I mean, even in the Wild Wild West, they wasn't killing women and children. Right? Even the gunslingers had more respect than criminals today. That's pretty damn sad. Yeah, those Gunsmoke days. Yeah. Gunsmoke days. That's the show. That's the show's Matt Dillon, Mrs. Kitty, right? Yeah, that's like a super old one. Fight fire with fire. Amen. Exactly. Exactly. You know, the Bible tells if you knew a thief was coming, you would have set up and wait, right? Well, you wasn't going to sit up so you could hand them everything out of your house, right? That ain't why you set up. You didn't set up so you can, so you could talk to them, talk them out of doing what they was going to do, right? I mean, if they come to get something, you probably ain't going to talk to them. You waited up. Why did you wait up? So you could protect your home and do whatever you had to do to deter that damn thief, right? I mean, even the Bible, they said, my rod and staff, they comfort me. My rod and staff. Well, what did they use that for? Right? And it's like a billy club. They comfort. I mean, you knew that you had protection if you needed it. There you go. Absolutely. Where's summer? Mm-hmm. You got that right, girl. You got that right. Absolutely. How you doing, Crooked Arrow? He said, hi, PD, you rascal. Yeah. Hey, God bless. God bless. I love you too. God bless. Yeah. Anyway, where Summer's case is concerned, I wanted to let everybody know that, hello, our role remains the same. TBI agents continue to work alongside the Hocking County Sheriff's Office and the FBI as part of the investigation into the disappearance of Summer Wells. This is what they're saying. So they're saying that, yes, it's still an ongoing investigation. Just not going is what it seems like, right? I think they need to rethink the going part. Going means, move it. Move it, move it, move it. They need to be getting something done. That's the part they're kind of, slowing the roll on. But hopefully, hopefully they come up with something soon. Hello, Marilyn. How are you, sweetie? Hello, Prayer Garden. Much love to you and yours. My question is, what is this world becoming? Evil? Evil? The way it's supposed to, right? It says at the end of time, it'll be like the days of Noah. And we know about Noah. I mean, him, his wife, 3 sons and their wives, the only ones on that boat, right? That's all that was on that boat. So, there you go. I mean, you had 8 people. 8 people survived it. Everybody else was done. They're gone. No more, right? Absolutely. And it said it'll be like that in the last days. It says, in the last days, very, very few will make it. Very few. And I understand that. I understand that to the fullest. Because as humans, people want to join the mass majority, right? Most humans, they want to see everything through rose-colored glasses, even if it's not righteous, even if it's evilness, even if they know it's wrong, they want to overlook it and act like it's okay. Well, it's not. And that's like accepting Satan. If you know something's wrong, you're not to accept it. You're to turn away from it, right? Don't even go in the midst of it. You better not accept it. And if you want to, if you want to accept it, because if you want to feel like it's okay because everyone else is thinking it's okay, you just got on the wide road that leads to destruction, which leads straight into hell, right? You can't do that. You got to stick with God and Jesus Christ. And that's a very narrow road, very narrow, and few travel on it, right? It's few travel on it. You pretty much feel like you're traveling alone because you're the only one turning aside saying, no, I'm not going to accept this. It's against, my principles, but most of all against my God's principles, right? If God don't like it, I don't like it. If God don't accept it, I don't accept it. That's just how it is. That's how you got to be. If you want to get to if you want eternal life, that's how you got to be. You better be doing God's will, not yours. Sometimes I want to be really mean. I want to be as mean as the people that are mean to me. Right? But you can't do that. You can't do that. God don't want you to do that. That ain't his plan. His plan is for you, because somebody else has got hate in their heart. His plan for you is to not let hate be put into your heart, right? You can't let, that's how people own you. That's how they become to own you. Is when when you want to hate them as much as they hate you. Now that all they did is cause you to sin. You got to say no. You're not going to do that. That hate belongs to you, buddy. And you better pack it on down the road, right? I ain't a part of that. It ain't about me, it's about you. You need to take that on down the road with your ass. Don't be trying to leave none of it back here. It's not accepted. Right? You get on down the road, dear, and I'll keep loving you from a distance. Because I don't let hate in my heart. I'm going to tell you, in this world, you could try your damnedest to stay to yourself, to mind your own business, to not bother anyone or anybody, right? And trouble still find you. You don't have to cause nothing. People will cause it for you, right? People will cause it for you. They really will. And when it comes at you, just know God's with you. Just know that He's with you. And it will be okay. It comes at you. Stand fast. Stand strong. And do what you have to take to shut that evilness down. Right? Do whatever it takes. It will not overcome you. You shall overcome it. God didn't give you a suit of armor to back down and let evil try to overtake you. He gave you that suit of armor to stand up and destroy that evilness. One can run 10,000. Two can run 100,000. Right? Bible says it. We can do it. There you go. Amen. That's it. Life gives you corn, make cornbread. Gives you lemon, make lemonade. Right? Absolutely. I ain't got time for it. I just, I truly believe in booting evilness in the ass, shaking the dust off my feet and moving on. It's that simple. Amen, Mary Jane. God bless. God bless. I sent out Christmas cards yesterday. We need to get back to the old-fashioned ways also. You got that right. You absolutely got that right. I'm going to tell you something. I got a Christmas card. It has been like forever. Forever. But I got a Christmas card. And I was so thrilled. I cherish that Christmas card, right? I cherish it. Man, boy, anytime I get a Christmas card, I cherish them. I mean, they go on my mantle, they on my tree, right? And then after Christmas, I put that Christmas card away, and the following Christmas, it comes out, and if you're lucky to get one from somebody, if somebody sends you one, I don't even care. I don't even care if it's a doctor's office, somebody you did business with, sends you that Christmas card, God bless. Because that's how rare you see one anymore. People just don't do it. And they don't realize how much it means to people. Girl, I am so glad to see you're doing it. God bless. You are like a diamond in the rough. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. I wish I could give you my address just so you could send me one too. Right? Right. Exactly. Like I got one. And I cherish it. I absolutely cherish it. I mean, I am ecstatic. I love Christmas cards. I love them, you know. It shows that people care. It shows that they care. Amen. Amen. You know, hopefully they don't get to rip your body to shreds, but you know, God does got your soul, you know. Absolutely. You know, we're not for sale. God's children's not for sale. We are not for sale. Absolutely not. Oh, that is so sweet. Where's Summer? I personally like to call 25 people and talk to them for 25 minutes. That's my Christmas gift to them, just to call and see how they're doing and if they need anything. God bless. That that is sweet. That yeah, absolutely. Toaster Oven says I like sending Easter cards to people. Yeah, Easter cards are beautiful too. They are absolutely beautiful. Valentine's Day cards, they're beautiful as well. And I know that people make Valentine's Day, about men and women, boyfriend and girlfriends. But, Valentine's Day is also a day that, a day that it's a day of love, right? It's a day of love, kindness, and caring. You don't have to limit it to a significant other. It's great. It's great to get people that ain't got a significant other a card, right? It's a day you're like your mother or your dad, maybe your brother, your sister, your aunt, uncle. I mean, it doesn't have to be your children, just to let them know you love them, right? It doesn't have to be, just between significant others. Actually, did you know in history, the true origin of Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day actually started out as a day that you could send out more or less a fuck you note, right? You could, that person, that man that jolted you or that woman that jolted you, it was a time when you could send a letter to tell them, how they hurt you and what they could do with themselves. That's the true. That's how Valentine's Day really started. And when the table turned into kindness instead of the hate, I don't know. I don't know. but somewhere in history, it did like a tailspin, right? So, yeah, that's true story. That's true. I read up on it. I love history, and that is one of the things I researched was how Valentine's Day got where it started and why, and that's why it started, and it started long ago. It's been around for a while. I'm sorry to hear that, toaster oven. I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, you guys want to see beautiful sunflower? I appreciate this. This is one of our mods. One of our mods sent me this, and I wanted to share it with everyone. She's been sending me some pretty funny memes, and I'm gonna pull this one up. There's Donald. He's an elf on a shelf. Burned Candace's clothes, right? And I guess, he's sitting there waiting. What is he waiting for? Ernie to show up with some pizza. All right. He's waiting for Ernie to show up with the pizza. I actually thought that was cute. Beautiful sunflower, that was funny. Yeah, I like that. How you doing, Sistina? Hello, everyone. Support Prayer Garden. Hit the subscribe and share video. Amen. God bless. Yeah, that was funny. Donald's sitting around waiting for that pizza. You brought Candace one. Where's mine? I'm going to throw 2 wheelchairs out there for you to trip over. Right? Donald's like, you get caught around here in the dark, you'll be found around here in the daylight. Right? Actually, probably won't ever be found again. The truth. Nobody will find you, Ernie. Right? Don't go up there in the dark. Not now. That is hilarious. Ernie's pizza. Yeah, that was a funny one, right? He was behind on my show behind the apartment building. Probably was. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm going to 1010 Ben Hill Road. Yeah. Right. Yeah, don't go there, Ernie. Don't go there. She said, Toaster Oven said, shoot, I would eat pizza if he brought it. Oh, she sent them to me through Facebook. I have a Facebook, Sissy Bible. And she's on my Facebook. Matter of fact, I think about everybody here is in my Facebook. I have a lot of Facebook friends. And that's where everybody, that's where our Facebook, Summer's Facebook, Missing Children's Facebook. I really made the Facebook for Summer. But I post, like here, we also post other missing children there as well. But the Facebook is where you'll find all the pictures like this, and all the pictures that we make for the kids. I post them over on the Facebook. I post tons of stuff on Facebook all the time, and a lot of people hit me up through chat there. I have a lot of people talk to me through the chat during the day. During the day while I'm working, if I get breaks, I'll go in and check Facebook, and so forth. And so it is a lot. It helps me because I can keep up with everybody and stuff a lot easier than email. I don't get a lot of time to go all the way into emails and stuff. So Facebook is just a click, right? And you're there, and I got a lot of people that just, that's how you get a hold of me now, is, through Facebook. I check in there a lot. And so it's if you have questions or you want to chat or whatever, that's where you'll find me. Most of the time checking in and out. Yeah. My time Ernie got that pizza, it was my time Ernie got that pizza up there was ice cold, right? What bothered me is they wouldn't eat it. They was taking it to Candace, but they wouldn't eat it, right? And I don't think I want to eat anything that somebody else won't eat. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Facebook keeps you connected to all the people, like in different states and everything. When it comes to my family, I don't do Facebook so much. I mean, I don't mess with Facebook when it comes to my immediate family. I go, anybody home, let me in, because on Facebook, people lie, right? They put on a big show. Everything's hunky dory. No, life can't be that great, it can't be that great, especially if you know your family, right? They're so I go visit people because I really want to know, I want to know the truth, how they really are doing, if they need anything, they just need me. If they just need me to listen, I'm there, right? It doesn't matter. But you should, a lot of people stay connected through social media, texts and all of that. And, and it leaves a lot of people lonely. People really need one-on-one communication, right? Not a text, not a phone call, but actually go visit them, have a coffee with them, talk to them, let them know you give a fuck, right? Let them know you care, because that's what real caring is. We're not that busy. When people say I ain't got time, it means they just don't want to make time. They got time for everything else. If I got time, to go shopping, if I get time to go out and eat at a restaurant, if I get time to do all these other things, I've got time to go visit someone. It's not that I don't have the time. It's just that, I don't want to make the time. Maybe God ain't gonna make no time, for people that don't like to take time for other people. I'd be a little afraid to be like that. I absolutely be afraid. Because you want God to take time for you. So we should take time for others. Right? We ain't got nothing but time. Our time belongs to God, not us anyway, right? When your time's up, he's calling, when your time's up, you're done, right? He called your number. So all the time that you're spending, that's time God's given you. Spend it wisely. Do God's will, not your own. Even Jesus went to visit people, right? He went to visit. No matter where he's at, he would turn around. He'd turn around, go where he was needed. That's how we need to be. Jesus could have did everything he did by where he was standing. Right? But no. He went there. Physically went there. And we need to physically go places as well and visit people. Know how they're doing, if they're okay. Especially through the holidays and stuff, right? This is the hardest time on people. The hardest time of year on people, especially your aunts and stuff that, ain't got no one, right? They ain't got anybody. Very few people showing up. They love to see you. They love to see you coming. They love to see, somebody at the door. It makes them feel, loved and cared about. Right? Go knock on that door. Let them know you do love them. You do care about them. Right? If something happened to them tomorrow, well, they know you loved them. They're not alone. Absolutely. We do need to make time for others. That's absolutely the truth. Oh, Christmas caroling is so much fun, ain't it? Christmas caroling is like so much fun. Absolutely. My thumbnail picture on Facebook, I believe, is the church. It's the church. Yeah, it says Sissy Bible, and it's the church. It's the thumbnail. Yeah. Exactly, Crooked Arrow. You don't like what you're seeing out there. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Anyway, I thought the memes were really cute tonight, and I so appreciate them. And yes, beautiful sunflower sent those, and I thought that I wanted to bring them out here and share them because they were like super funny. I thought that was really cute. Good night. Where's Summer? 1-800-TBI find. Good night, sweetie. God bless. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to roll out of here as well. I'm about to play. How you doing, Jess? How are you doing? Oh, I appreciate that, Jess. Yeah, Jess has put out the link to my Facebook, and I so appreciate that, girl. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I have awesome mods here, and I know I can't say it enough how grateful I am for each and every one of you. I really am grateful. I got amazing mods in here, and God bless. God bless. I truly am grateful. I know you guys probably don't know my heart, but God does. And he knows how grateful I am for each and every person here supporting, this channel, supporting Summer Moon Utah Wells, supporting all these other missing children as well, keeping them in the spotlight, letting everyone know that, we do care. We do care. And we do love these children. And the whole world should love these children. And law enforcement should be doing more to protect and more to find and bring these children home, right? They need, especially Tennessee, they really dropped the ball. They absolutely dropped the ball. So, and I'm so sorry about that. I am absolutely so sorry that they destroyed Summer's case the way it's been destroyed. And are we going to, are we going to get any justice? Are we ever going to know what happened or where Summer is? I don't know. I mean, I think we don't know exactly what happened, but I think we all know that Candace, Grandis, and a few people know what did happen, right? We all understand there's a few people that could solve this case right now if they wanted to, but they're not. So, and that at least lets us know that, whatever happened to Summer happened in the care of these people. The people are supposed to love and be watching over her didn't. They didn't. And that wherever she is, it's bound to be somewhere in that community or where Grandis went when she went off that hill, right? So, but even law enforcement thinks that, Summer's right there in that community. That tells me that when Grandis left, they had a detective following her to watch her. And obviously she didn't make no sudden moves or do anything that, would have caused them to believe she was moving a body. At least I hope at least I hope they were that smart. I don't know. Yeah, Grandis was back up on the hill. She was back up on the hill for a while there. And I think it's because she might have been called back to Tennessee due to some accusations that Candace made about Candace supposedly made some accusations that Summer didn't die until Grandis threw her in ice cold water. Grandis supposedly threw Summer into some ice cold water, which resulted in Summer's death. I don't know how true that is. That's just something going around through the grapevine right now. So I don't know. Is it truth? I don't know. Did Candace make that statement? I don't know. It's just something I'm hearing. I have not been able to trace it back to a main source yet. But I'm definitely working on it. And I will at some point know if it's truth or not. So if indeed Candace really made that statement, that would be reason why Grandis has been called back to Tennessee out of Wisconsin. Absolutely. Prayers for answers for summer this Christmas. Wonderful gift. It would be, Sistina. Absolutely. Let's keep those prayers going up because that might be the gift that God gives us, right? If I pray that that's what He gives us for Christmas. That's all I want for Christmas is to know where Summer is. Bring her home, right? Nothing more, nothing less. If I could have one thing, that's the thing I would pick. It would, wouldn't it? Absolutely. It would be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. As I ask every night, please, please, please keep them prayers going up for Summer. She hasn't been found. We're going on 18 months now. God's a mighty God. Right? I mean, if God wanted Summer found right now, boom, she'd be found. Right? I know this. Let's keep praying. Let's keep praying that, sometimes I think God's will is our will. If our will is righteous. Right? If it's righteous. If it's for the right reasons. I don't want Summer found just so I can get justice for Summer. No. I want Summer found because I want closure for her brothers. I want closure for everyone out here that loves her to understand that she's safe, whether it's in the arms of an angel or in the arms of law enforcement. We just want to know she's safe, right? So we don't worry no more that she might still be alive. She might still be being tortured. We don't want to worry like this. And her brothers certainly have a right to know what happened to their sister. And it's law enforcement's job to get those answers. It's their job to get those answers. And they need to be reminded that it's their job. And they need to be getting them. It's just sad that, it's sad that they didn't handle the case the right way from the day one. You should always handle a missing child's case as a criminal case from the first minute you pull up there, like Georgia did with Quentin. You need to call in all the help you can get. Tennessee didn't do all of that. They didn't do all of that when they should have. They should have. They needed the help. And instead of turning it down, they should have welcomed it in. This is a missing 5-year-old little girl that needed to be found. All the help that wanted to help should have been welcomed. I don't know why it wasn't. This case ain't made no sense from day one. Instead of preserving all the evidence, they went up there and destroyed it. I don't understand that. I don't. I like to say, well, they're just stupid. I don't believe that. I don't believe anyone's that stupid. Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely on Yorkshire Rose. I will okay. I just accepted all the friend requests. I just accepted all the friends requests, so um so I'm sure I accepted yours as well. I appreciate everyone, um everyone that's joining Summer's Facebook as well. God bless. God bless. You know, Summer needs all the support that she can get. She needs all the support she can get, and she has a lot. She has a beautiful army. A beautiful army. And, you know, I'm not just thanking you for me, but I know if Summer was here, she'd thank you as well. So I'm going to thank you for her also. I know all these missing kids would thank you. God bless. God bless. You know, sometimes you might think that, you know, we're doing nothing. Matter of fact, last night I was questioning myself, right? I was questioning myself, you know? And we're here because these children need us. They need us to keep them in the light, and they need someone to fight for them in the truth. They need the truth to be out here, right? And that's what we do. So God bless us. God bless us. All right, I'm going to play Summer's song, and I would appreciate blue hearts for Quentin, purple hearts for Summer. Absolutely. So God bless. I'm going to play out this song. Good night, everybody. Keep those prayers going up. Keep them going up for one another. Know that PG is always praying for you as well. Good night.